Kardashians are undoubtedly one of the easiest families to get obsessed with. Fans of the Wild Bunch have been keeping up with them and binge watching the reality TV series since its 2009 debut. After years of learning all their antics and tics, it's safe to say the world has remained a little too invested in the Kardashian-Jenners. It's even safer to agree that no matter where they go, trouble always seems to be inching around the corner right behind them. So tune into today's Where They Now countdown of the top 10 Kardashian feuds that almost ruined Hollywood. What's your least favorite Kardashian feud to exist? Share your responses with us below and let's jump right in. In our 10th spot, Taylor Swift versus the Kardashian Wests. This is arguably the Kardashians' most infamous fight. This country pop singer once carried major issues with Kim and Ye for a long while. Originally, the massive issue was a year-long series of arguments between Ye and Taylor that Kim eventually became involved with after she married the rapper. But their beef didn't really pick back up until 2016 when Ye released Famous. This song was huge, but the problem that stemmed from it was even bigger, given Ye referred to Taylor as a female dog in it, something she was just not feeling. There was tons of back and forth on whether Taylor truly gave Ye her blessing to call her such, as Taylor was adamantly against it, while Ye and Kim claimed she gave them the green light. Days after Famous's release, Taylor won that year's Album Grammy Award and seemed to aim her speech at her ongoing feud with Ye. This is when the reality star tag teamed herself into the fight, informing GQ that Taylor cleared the lyrics and she had recorded proof of their conversation. As a result, Kim released that video on Snapchat a month later, and Taylor can allegedly be heard referring to the lyrics as a compliment, which was supposed proof that Taylor was fibbing. In the process, Kim called Taylor a snake, and Taylor fired back with a statement, which included her requesting to be excluded from this narrative, further claiming she only heard parts of the song and not that specific portion. Though this took place way back in the spring to summer of 2016, all three stars have yet to publicly reconcile. In 2017, Taylor's Reputation album held a ton of references to her beef with both parties, and she even embraced Kim's snake label as her new brand. Kim reignited the events after she sent Swift a bottle of her perfume as a part of her haters, but Taylor clapped back not long after during her May opening night of her Reputation tour. Before we jump into number 9, like today's video in support of our growing channel. In our 9th spot, Drake's rumored affair. The Drake and Kim Ye feud was one of the oddest to come across and the one with the most wild fan theories. This beef kicked off back in 2018 after speculation rose that the Canadian rapper engaged in an affair with the reality star, apparently releasing tons of lyrics which alluded to their alleged flings. Drake even name-dropped Ye in his 2021 release Wants and Needs, which re-sparked the rumors. In fact, fans were left entirely shook when the track off Drake's EP, Scary Hours 2, saw him rapping, "Yeah, I probably should go link with Yeezy, I need me some Jesus, but soon as I start confessing my sins, he wouldn't believe us." The heavy affair accusations came following Ye disclosing to rapper Pusha T that Drake was hiding a secret son, information Pusha T later exposed, and thus the mini fling speculation ensued. Drake's 2018 album Scorpion was also used by fans as evidence to suggest he alluded to the recently divorced Mama 4 more than once. And in My Feelings, the name Kiki is used throughout the entirety of the song, a nickname of Kim's frequently used by her siblings. Drake also previously rapped about taking an Uber X to Hidden Hills in the track Can't Take a Joke, which reportedly poked fun at the distance between his home and Kim Ye's former Calabasas mansion. Since this, fans have flooded Twitter with comments on the situation, with one writing, "LMAO, I knew at Kanye West just heard that verse on at Drake's new song bruh. At Kim Kardashian had a little entanglement." In our 8th spot, Blac Chyna stains the Kardashians. The Blac Chynas, now Angela Renee White's, feud with the Kardashians was one of the messiest to exist. Despite once being on great terms with their family, Kylie Jenner's romance with Tyga seemingly ended things for them. Given the rapper was Angela's ex and father of her son, it made sense that she and Kylie were heavily shading each other on social media for months until Angela began dating Rob in 2016. After a short-lived 2 months, the ex-couple announced their engagement and later revealed they were expecting a child together. After Angela became pregnant, it seemed everyone put the feud aside to welcome her back into her family's inner circle. However, after Dream's birth that November, the cracks began to get worse. Rob and Angela had broken up and made up several times until Rob posted numerous explicit images of Angela via Instagram with a bunch of publicly harmful accusations, like cheating. Obviously, Angela had alleged Rob was physically violent with her and was granted a temporary restraining order against him. In the months that followed, Angela sued the entire Kardashian family with claims that they caused the network to pull the show due to their alleged interference in filming. In the end, the case was dismissed by a judge and their bad blood seems to now be simmering. In our 7th spot, Amber Rose's rough patch. Ye was at the center of quite a few Kardashian feuds, and this next one is no exception. While he seemed to have no direct involvement with Amber Rose and Khloe's beef, Ye was Amber's ex-boyfriend before he started seeing Kim. Their collective drama started back in 2012 when Amber referred to Kim as a homewrecker and blamed her for why she and Ye were no longer a pair. At the time, Ye had his own issues with Amber, but she made it even bigger after she publicly blasted rapper Tyga for dating a then not of age Kylie. Amber and Tyga's ex, Blac Chyna, were besties, and apparently Amber was not feeling that Tyga upped and left her good friend and his young baby for a high schooler essentially. At this, Khloe took offense to Amber slighting her family, tweeting about Amber's past as an adult dancer and requesting she stop speaking about her family during interviews. Amber's response was not very nice. However, the most surprising part of this feud was when Kim seemingly put out a truce between her and Amber in February 2016, posting an IG photo of her and Amber with the caption, "Tea anyone?" The month after, Amber even defended Kim after various stars publicly ridiculed her for her nude selfie. Amber claimed she and Kim weren't the enemies everyone was making them out to be, and that they shared a fairly close bond at that. But by June of that year though, the good front between the Kardashians and Amber seemed to disappear after Amber told the New York Daily News, "Let's face it, the only reason these girls have a career is because their older sister had a little fun on tape." In our sixth spot, Wendy Williams' burglary skepticism. Wendy had her doubts about what really went down with Kim during her robbery incident in Paris. Never being one to hesitate or sugarcoat how she thinks or feels, Wendy is even more determined to get her point across when a Kardashian is involved. Throughout the years, Wendy has issued many arguably unprovoked comments regarding the family, but it was the talk show host's comments about Kim's Paris robbery that probably earned Wendy's spot as one of the reality star's many haters. During a 2016 episode of her show, Wendy stated, "I would hope she's not making any part of this up for dramatic effect, because this family, you know, they're kind of soulless, so you can't believe everything that you hear, but this is very, very upsetting." In our fifth spot, Piers Morgan is not a Kardashian fan. Piers Morgan is another celebrity who always had a lot to say concerning the Kardashians. He rarely ever has anything pleasant to say, especially when it comes to the famous family. The British media personality is never shy of a feud, but he particularly seems to enjoy reigniting the tension between himself and the reality stars. Similar to many, this feud stemmed from the criticism of Kim's 2016 bare selfie. Regarding this, Piers issued a dig about Ye's rumored debt and offered to buy Kim clothes. Kim clapped back by saying the offer towards married women was, quote, "some Ashley Madison type-ish." Since the events, Piers has never missed an opportunity to diss the entire family. He even trolled making Kim's hater list with his own fragrance and later declared Kendall was the only Kardashian he found attractive. In our fourth spot, Jenner sisters' closet clash. Now this one took place between two members of the famous family themselves. Kendall and Kylie's closet clash is arguably the most explosive Kardashian fight to exist outside of Kim and Kourtney's former physical exchange. To sum things up, Kylie and Kendall previously got into it over an exchange of an outfit Kendall planned to wear to a drag show they were attending with the rest of their family, which Kendall accused Kylie of stealing. While the two have been filmed in countless catty fights over the years, nothing was nearly as bad as when the duo ended their 2020 Palm Springs night out in an alleged off-camera fight. Kendall accused Kylie of jabbing her neck with a heel while screaming on the phone to her sisters, whereas Kylie claimed she only struck Kendall because Kendall had slapped her, calling her a ton of inappropriate names in the process. The whole ordeal reportedly soured the night that already got off to a rock start given the tension that came before it. In our third spot, Naya Rivera's mommy debate. Of all the stars who were not impressed with Kim's nudity, one of the most notable was the late Glee star. But this has nothing to do with Kim's 2016 nude selfie incident. Years prior, Kim made an arguably problematic attempt to break the internet by posing completely bare for a paper spread, and Naya was not here for the reveal. Under the comments of one of Kim's Instagram posts, Naya wrote, "I normally don't, but you're someone's mother." Kim didn't respond at the time, but 4 years down the road, she still seemed to hold a grudge when she named Naya as one of her haters. In our second spot, Sarah Michelle Gellar's Vogue discourse. Sarah Michelle seemed just as irritated with Kim's Vogue cover as many others, taking a swipe at the reality star back in 2014 when she tweeted her disapproval of Kim's feature, writing, "Well, I guess I'm canceling my Vogue subscription, who's with me?" The Buffy the Vampire Slayer actress was never directly responded to either, but she was included in a special list from Kim for Valentine's Day 2018. And if you haven't already guessed, it's literally the lovers and haters list that wound up having Sarah receive a special bottle of Kim's perfume. And in our first spot, Bette Midler versus Kim Kardashian. Ding ding ding, ringing in at number 1 is the pretty wild feud that went down between Bette and Kim. Surely we can never have too many stars on our list who completely criticized Kim for her March 2016 selfie. While it gave the reality star a lot of attention, the majority of it was negative, and Bette was included in those who trashed Kim online. In a former tweet, the Hocus Pocus actress wrote, "If Kim wants us to see a part of her we've never seen, she's gonna have to swallow the camera." Kim was quick with her clapback this time, tweeting how Bette was a fake friend and wondered if it was past the star's bedtime. In response, Bette quipped back her final opinion, "Looks like anyone can take a selfie, but not everyone can take a joke." Bette even attempted to lighten the mood by tweeting her own rendition of Kim's selfie and encouraged the reality star to give back to a good cause. When people questioned Bette about the incident that October, she claimed she wasn't taking what occurred on the tweet-based platform to heart. Quote, "I look at it as entertainment. I don't take it seriously. It's easier to write a thought in 140 characters than it is to waffle on for acres of words. If it amuses a few people a couple times a day, great. They shouldn't look for anything more than that." That's been today's WATN. I've been your host, Michaela, and thanks for watching, friends.